This has been an incredible evening so far. But first of all, we have to say happy birthday to all our Marine sisters and brothers. Semper Fi. I'm glad the Army remembered. In 1966, I was in my second year of nursing school and did not have the money for my third year tuition, a whopping total of $150. As nursing students, we often went to Newport to dance. It was where the boys were, sailors and college men. So looking to join the military was not a stretch to address my tuition woes. The Navy and Air Force only accepted baccalaureate students, so I joined the Army Nurse Corps. After graduating and passing my state boards, I was a registered nurse and then was commissioned as a second lieutenant in this Army Nurse Corps. I started on a wonderful adventure and thought, look out world, here I come. Fast forward to October 1969. I was back in the world after a year in Vietnam. But I learned that Vietnam never left me, and I did not have the language to describe what I was feeling and experiencing every day. PTSD was not in my vocabulary, and it wouldn't have even mattered because I didn't think it applied to me, as only male soldiers served in combat. In 1981, my life fell apart. My marriage was over, and I came home to Fall River to heal and for help with my two small children. I also lost my beloved nursing career. What was happening to me? In the late 80s, I was in counseling at the Vet Center in Fall River and eventually was invited to be on the board of directors of the association. And just so you know, I was the only female client and the only female board member. And I only considered myself to be a former Army nurse, not a veteran. At one point, I was invited to speak at a function such as this around Veterans Day, and I found this poem that really touched my heart. Hello, David, authored by Dusty, a nom de plume for a woman, Dana Schuster, a woman celebrated Vietnam War-era military nurse who wrote poetry about her experiences. It was even read by then Vice President Gore at the 1993 dedication of the Vietnam Women's Memorial. Hello, David. My name is Dusty. I'm your night nurse. I will stay with you. I will check your vitals every 15 minutes. I will document inevitability. I will hang more blood and give you something for your pain. I will stay with you and I will touch your face. Yes, of course I will write to your mother and tell her you were brave. I will write your mother and tell her how much you loved her. I will write your mother and tell her to give your bratty kid sister a big hug and kiss. What I will not tell her is that you were wasted. I will stay with you and I will hold your hand. I will stay with you and watch your life flow through my fingers into my soul. I will stay with you until you stay with me. Goodbye, David. My name is Dusty. I'm the last person you will see. I'm the last person you will touch. I'm the last person who will love you. So long, David. My name is Dusty. David, who will give me something for my pain? This poem validated that while my experience in pain was different than the grunts and support personnel that had also served in Vietnam, that my pain was just different. Roy, my counselor at the Vet Center, said I had PTSD. This poem helped me to start sharing my story and to seek help from the VA. Dana Schuster was not a nurse. She never served in the military, and she was never in Vietnam. When I found this out, it just threw me into a tailspin. We called them wannabes back then. Now we have a Stolen Valor Act that protects us all from these imposters. It took me a long time to come to grips with these words, words that impacted my life and really helped me on my journey with PTSD. How, why would anybody do this? I looked up this poem again after Sarah and her stolen valor just a couple of years ago. After feeling anger, disappointment, disgust, wanting revenge or punishment, I had to turn to what I had learned. This poem helped me. I am grateful to the author, Dana Schuster, for her words that touched me and many others. I hope she found someone or something to address her pain. And while I do not understand the mindset behind Sarah and her actions, I had to release my anger and let the courts do their job. I also hope that she finds support she needs to deal with what she did. I was in the second class of the Providence Clemente Veterans Initiative, a profound and mind-expanding experience. Learning that the issues of war, poor people being fodder for war, PTSD, wannabes, the struggles with the VA/government about accountability for service-connected disabilities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, goes back to the ancient Greeks, and somehow I found that comforting. Learning about war from 5 different disciplines, history, English literature, art, philosophy, and communication, allowed me to break open some firmly held beliefs and feelings that weren't helpful. Sharing this experience with other veterans allowed me finally to say out loud, I am a veteran. I finally had found my tribe that helped me with my pain. Thank you.